All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. And the rationing is beginning. And let's look up the word ration, as you see on my screen. It says, a fixed amount of a commodity officially allowed to each person during a time of shortage, as in wartime. Usually rations, an amount of food supplied on a regular basis, especially to members of the armed forces during a war. A fixed amount of a particular thing. Verb, it says, allow each person to have only a fixed amount of a particular commodity. Okay? Now, with that being said, this is based off of a screenshot I took at a local store. All right? As you see here, attention customers. Due to a meat shortage, we are limiting 2 packages of ground meat per customer. You see? So now you are starting to see the effects of the meat processing. You start to see the effects of the meat processing plants being shut down. Okay? Because before, for about 2 or 3 weeks, nothing has been happening. But now, within just this last week, okay, you know, I heard from Apostle Ramlob, like when he went to Wendy's, certain things was took off the menu. Okay, I went to grab something from Mickey D's or McDonald's. Certain things was took off the menu. Okay, now I just went to a local grocery store, and as you can see, a rationing is being given out due to what? Due to a meat shortage, and this is only going to get worse. All right, see, they are limiting 2 now, but in a minute it's going to drop down to 1, then to none. Okay, very shortly. All right, so people are about to see this famine that we have been talking about come to your nearest city. You see? So let's get a scripture. All right, and this is not going to be too long, right? I've been doing lessons on this quite often, dealing with the famine, right? The famine that's approaching. Let's get there's a couple dealing with the famine, so let's see, Slovakia. All right, let's get okay, Psalms 105 verse 16, it says, moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He brake the whole staff of bread. Okay, and this is what you see coming upon this place. All right, a famine. You know, and it may just be a short famine, but we know eventually down the line the Lord is going to cause a serious famine. All right, a famine to the point where people are going to what? They are going to resort to cannibalism. All right, they are going to resort to cannibalism because of the lack of bread, the lack of food. All right. Matter of fact, let's when you go in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, right? Now this is dealing with Israel when we was besieged by the Romans. Okay. What took place? Since nothing was going out and nothing was coming in, they starved us out. So what happened? Deuteronomy 28 verse 52. It says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and the fence walls come down, wherein thou trustest, throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land which the Lord thy God hath given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons, and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. And that's what happened. That's what's happening. Okay, well, that's what happened. All right. Now, we know our enemies are also who? The other nations. Dealing with, especially dealing with Esau Edom, who is the ruler over us today. All right. And he is going to put you Israelites, okay, through distress. Right. And one of those distresses is going to be what? You not being able to get food. Okay. Now, you got to remember, we have to go to our enemy for what? The want of all things. Okay, due to the curses, right? We got to go to him for the want of all things. So when you need something to drink, who we got to go through? Esau, Edom. When you need something to eat, who you got to go through? Esau, Edom. Okay, and he's in power and he has everything. Okay, so he is able to what? Make us go through the gates of trouble and distress, right? Because he's on top. He's in power. Right? And a lot of our people are going to resort, like I said before, they're going to resort to what? Cannibalism. Okay? Well, let's jump to verse 57. It says, let's jump to 57 when I get the point. It says, and tore her young one, it's talking about the woman, and tore her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and tore her own children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in thy gates. So this is speaking of a woman eating her own children which she have bare. Okay? Eating her own children which she have bare, because guess what? Being starved out, being not able to eat, is one of the worst things that can happen to you. Okay, hey, the scriptures tell you. Matter of fact, let's go to the Apocrypha. Right, better to die. Let's pull up the Apocrypha. See what this say. Right. All right, but the scriptures say it's better to die by the sword than to die by famine. You see, it's better to die by the sword than to die by famine, or by the way of famine. All right, let's see if it pops up. Because when you most likely when you get dealing with getting death by the sword, it's usually quick. You see, but dealing with a famine, you die of a more slower and grievous death, because now your body will start to eat itself from the inside out. Okay. Can't find it. Yep, but that's what the scriptures say. The scriptures tell you that it's better to die by the sword than to die by famine. Than to die by a famine. All right. 2 Ezra 15, verse 5 says, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. Right? The sword, famine, death, and destruction. So all these things that you see coming upon this place, right? It's the Lord that's bringing it upon this place, okay? Everything that you see, all these different diseases, which those are the pestilences, right? All the different wars that's all coming about, right? The famines that you hear about, right? Death and destruction, right? Now, why? It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. See, that's the reason why. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see? So that's why the Lord is bringing all these upon the earth, all these different plagues, right? Verse 7, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves, right? Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain daily. Slow. Where was that? The souls of the just complain continually. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. You see? So this is talking about what Egypt? The spiritual Sodom in Egypt, which is America, Babylon the Great. It says, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And who's going to be brought out from the mighty hand and the stretched out arm? The elect. Right? Where they're going to be brought from? The land of Egypt, majority from America, Babylon the Great, and also the scattered Israelites, as it says the angels are going to gather up, that they will gather up through the four winds, right? Verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Okay, so what you people need to understand is you have this false ideal of God bless America. Well, that's not true. You see, because guess what? The Lord is the one that's bringing the plagues upon this place, America, Babylon the Great, upon this earth. You see, it's the Lord that's doing that. So I just wanted to touch on that real quick through the Spirit. I'll go back to that image to show you. Hey, the rationing is happening. Okay, you're about to see people lose their mind. Shalom.